Oh my gosh, what a beautiful, insightful, wonderful documentary about an iconic legend. So, first of all, if you are not a fan of Pamela Anderson or all things beautiful and sex symbolism and beauty and grace, please leave because I'm a huge fan of Pamela Anderson, Marilyn Monroe, and Nicole Smith, Britney Spears. These are my idols and I love them so much. And it's so crazy because I've been a huge fan of Pamela Anderson from such a young age and a lot of bombshells. And it's so interesting because I feel this really close connection with them. And that's the reason why I idolize them. And it's a feeling that I get when I see their pictures. It's a feeling that I get when I hear their music, when I see their media, when I read their books. And it's just so connective. But the most amazing part is when an idol of yours tells their complete story from beginning to end and you're sitting there like, wow, this is why I loved you. Like, this is why I loved you. I always knew that she was that girl, and this documentary showed me that. She's just someone who lived her life with her heart. She is a beautiful mother, a beautiful person, and she was very much so taken advantage of by the media. And it was such a sad story. And I now almost feel so bad about watching the Pam and Tommy Hulu series. But I don't also, because in the retrospect that I watched that series as a fan of Pamela Anderson and as someone who wanted to get more of the story or know the story as much as I could, whether it was real or not, dramatized or not. I just don't know a lot about what happened in her life. And because she had not yet wrote a book or did a documentary, all I had was that Hulu series. So I feel bad for watching it, knowing that she had no say in it and that she didn't want it back and that it gave her nightmares and brought things back. But at the same time, I enjoyed it because it gave me content about someone who was a hero of mine. And I think the act of someone else trying to tell her story on a platform is what pushed her to doing this book and doing this documentary. And now we are getting the full story from her perspective. So it's true, it's real, and we get it from her mouth. So it's so much better. So I feel like everything happened for a reason. Like, I know, like, shame on Hulu and shame on that series for launching without her permission, but look how things happen. And then just in general, like with the tape and everything, like it's such a sad, disgusting story of how everything went down. But I'm just such a firm believer of everything happens for a reason. And like now she gets to be a voice for losing yourself to the public, for being taken advantage of by the public. And I saw this beautiful interview of her and her son on the red carpet when he was like defending her and talking more about business and about what the world owes her. And I just love that for her because I'm a mama's boy and I would do anything to stick up for my mom if she was still here. And I always did when she was here. And I just love that bond that she has with her sons. And it just makes it all worth it. And I also just love the beauty and that she represents like true love for me. Like her and Tommy, like, and say what you want, like it may look toxic and messy to you guys, but that is like the epitome of true love to me. Like no matter how crazy or messy it gets, like it was just about two souls being drawn together and making children out of that love. And I feel like their children, like so many kids are like mistakes or so many kids are like not planned, and I just feel like their kids, much like myself, which I love the story my mom used to tell me about my parents and how I was born out of love. Pam and Tommy also created their children out of love. And I just think that no matter what happens past that, there's something so beautiful about that. Like to know that you were created out of true love is something really special. And I just love that her sons are defensive of her, supportive of her. And I just know that her time is coming, whether it's this documentary or the book or both. I love that her story is on the platform now and there to inspire and encourage maybe other females to step up and speak up for themselves. Mainly so in the beginning of a career, like as a woman and as a per se blonde bimbo, like you still have rights, you still have the ability to own your brand and make something special out of yourself. It breaks my heart that Playboy and Baywatch and all these things that helped catapult her into fame took advantage of her and really didn't like give her her cut of what she was supposed to get. And while I'm sure she is, and both I am appreciative of those brands for giving her work, it's still like she's so iconic and so memorable that she should be getting more than what she gets. I saw something that she gets like residual $4,000 a year from Baywatch. No, like she is Baywatch. Like she should be getting thousands, billions of dollars a year, like for what she did for Baywatch. Like she is the poster child for that show. So for her to not be getting the majority of the residual income from that show as time goes on is bull. And I hope that legally it comes around full circle to her. I hope she gets what she deserves, and all the pain and the trauma is somehow worth it, whether it comes to getting taken advantage of from Playboy, getting taken advantage of from, what was the other one? Baywatch, or getting taken advantage of it just in general, like maybe in any other agents or anyone who took advantage of her during those years. I hope they all have what's coming to them and that she gets what she deserves, because I'm so proud of her for telling her story. And I love when like I said, like a blonde bimbo per se, like gets to tell their true story and you see the behind the scenes. And I think that what people forget to remember is that no matter how beautiful or how sexualized or how bimbo of a character you have, she's still a person. She's still a human. She is still someone who needs to make a living. So to take advantage of that fact and think that they're not smart enough to realize that they're being taken advantage of and continue to do what you're doing is disgusting. And I feel like there should be more of like a preface for that. And I love that she spoke up about that in her work here, because now, like I said, younger people who are getting into the industry can kind of get in with that armor on and get in with that mentality of like, because of what they represent, there is a chance that people will try to take advantage of them. And I feel like because of the story, they may not get into that situation. But more so importantly, I love that what she represents for love and true love and fighting for your dreams and going for that toxic, beautiful, rough, nasty love. Like she just sets the bar as a human being for me. And that's why I came on to do a review of the documentary, because that's what my channel here is all about. Is like, I like to review movies and video games and books and shows that changed my life and songs that changed my life and inspired me. And like Pamela Anderson, all the blonde bombshells of the world have always been such an inspiration to me. And now hearing her story detail by detail from her just makes me love her even more. She's the genuine, beautiful soul that I thought even knew she was, even without knowing any of this. Just seeing her as an iconic playmate on the covers of Playboy and all the beautiful photos that I've seen was enough for me to love her. But now I have like the innards of her, and it feels so good to know that she's even a more beautiful soul than she is on the outside. And I'm so proud of her. So I'm just giving her flowers. Congratulations, Pamela, on your TV show, as well as your documentary, your TV show and your book. I will be getting the book. I will be diving into that. One of my favorite biographies ever is the Jenna Jameson biography. So I'm big on my bombshell biographies and very much so obsessed, very much so excited to see what else I can learn about her. And yeah, if you watch the documentary, or if you watch Pam and Tommy, or if you plan on reading the book, let me know in the comments down below. I know a lot of you probably think I'm so crazy for idolizing such an iconic star of our pop culture world, but we all look up to people differently for different reasons. And I look up to people who love effortlessly, with passion, without fear, and that's what Pamela has done. And I feel like the older I get, I remember being younger and idolizing Britney Spears, and then finding out that not a lot of people did that, and finding out that it was shameful to do that because she was a blonde bimbo lip syncer. And it took me a long time to gain that confidence to say, like, I love Britney Spears, I am idolized by her, like she inspires me to wake up and do the things that I want to do. And the same thing with Pamela. And I encourage you all to get to that point in your life for the people who inspire you and the people who make you want to be you and be the best version of you, you speak up about and you talk. Don't let the world say like, oh, Pamela's like, don't talk about her, don't idolize her, so then you don't do it, and then you lose that inspiration, and then you don't do what you want to do because you're not inspired by the people that you love, all because you're trying to prove to the world something. No. Love who you love, do what you want to be, inspired by who you want to be, and kill it. That's all I have to say. And that's why I'm on here doing a review of my girl Pamela. Love you. Let me know in the comments who inspires you, if you guys caught the documentary or if you're going to catch the book. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Do not forget to subscribe so you don't miss a future video. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you there. Bye.